The Nitrous Express Coyote Nitrous plate system is available for any 2011 to 2014 GT Mustang owner who's looking to get one of the easiest to install and most affordable wet plate kits in the category that includes 35 all the way up to 150 shot jets with a bunch of options in between. Even though the installation is easier than most kits, I'm still giving it 2 out of 3 wrenches on our difficulty meter here, guys. It's definitely pretty straightforward, but there is some wiring and running lines, so with all the plumbing you'll have to do, you'll need some mechanical knowledge on deck. I'll talk more about that later on. There are so many different ways you can go the nitrous route with your Coyote, and they all have similarities and differences, so you want to make sure you're choosing the right one for you. This particular option from Nitrous Express is a wet injected plate system, as you can see here. Now they also offer a nozzle system, which is where the biggest difference comes into play, the delivery method. A plate system such as this single stage one literally uses a plate, as you see here, that bolts in between the intake manifold and the throttle body, which typically has a spray bar in between with fittings on both sides, one that would spray fuel and the other would spray nitrous. A system like this that sprays both at the same time for a direct mixture into the incoming air is called a wet kit. Now the lines are connected to the solenoids you see here, which are uniquely mounted directly on the plate with this system. Now these are essentially valves that deliver fuel or nitrous respectively to their spray points on the plate. Now dry kits inject only nitrous oxide into the air intake while relying on factory fuel injectors to up the ante with additional fuel. Wet systems like this one will burn a lot better, cleaner, and produce a bit more power than a dry system would with a better atomized oxide fuel mixture. Now the other option is a direct port system. Instead of utilizing a plate like this one, they are direct ports, also known as nozzle systems that I mentioned earlier, that rely on nozzles installed directly into each intake port. I know it's a lot of information to take in, but you definitely want to make sure you're choosing the right system that fits what you're looking for. Now a plate system like we have here is a lot easier to install, more of a direct bolt-on kind of deal, and it's a lot more affordable. Nozzle systems, on the other hand, will be more effective because the mixture is being distributed more evenly and directly into each cylinder, which makes tuning more accurate and produces more power, pushing excess of 600 horsepower of nitrous. This plate system we have here, however, carries the benefits of ease while still being able to push a respectable 200 horsepower or 150 horsepower with the included jets. So to put this a little more bluntly, if you're trying to add the bottle to your Coyote, you're not trying to spend too much money, or if you're trying to use your factory fuel lines and not make crazy modifications, still pushing up to 200 horsepower of nitrous, this is definitely a great system for you. Nitrous Express put this kit together with 35, 50, 75, 100, 125, and 150 horsepower jets for a wide range of versatility, and as I said before, you could add additional jets to push up to 200 horsepower of nitrous. It comes with a 10-pound billet aluminum lightning bottle, stainless steel Phase 3 next-gen plate with integrated solenoids, stainless steel brackets, braided N2O lines, relay and relay harnesses, as well as the master arming switch, and everything else you need to get the job done. You won't need to tap into your fuel lines, which won't need to be upgraded, by the way, with the included plug-in fuel line adapter. Now this particular kit comes with an Autolearn TPS switch that Nitrous claims only activates in sprays at wide open throttle to prevent spraying at dangerously low or high RPMs. This automatically shuts off when you let your foot off the throttle. Traditionally, guys would grab a window switch that controls this, but Nitrous Express included that Autolearn TPS feature in the kit, so you won't have to pick that up necessarily. I've seen guys still switch that out for the more traditional setup, but it's all personal preference. Now, if you feel like the wet plate system is exactly what you're looking for, then expect to be coughing up about $750 for the entire kit here, which is honestly a pretty good price. I can't stress enough that this is the easiest system to install. It works with all factory fuel rails, no modifications to any stock components, plus you have a wide variety of jets included for you with the option to throw in more. Now, if you want to push more than 200 horsepower of nitrous, you might want to look into the Nitrous Express wet nozzle system I mentioned earlier, which is available for about $100 or so more, but keep in mind, those require you to modify and tap into your fuel system since they're a direct port injection. Again, pros and cons, of course, just like anything, but it comes down to how much you want to spend, how much power you want to add with the nitrous, and how much knowledge and time you have for the install. Speaking of that install, like I said in the very beginning, 2 out of 3 wrenches on our difficulty meter here, not because it's the biggest headache in the world, but it does require you to know what you're doing. Now, there's definitely some plumbing involved with the solenoid and fuel delivery, but nothing too crazy that requires the modification. I know I sound like a broken record, but it's a huge point I want to drive home here. It'll probably take about 4 hours, give or take, depending on your experience. You want to have the full toolbox on deck, ratchet, full socket sets, nothing unusual is needed, common stuff will do. Obviously, this is something you need a tune for, that probably goes without saying. Make sure you're working with your tuner or shop to get this done properly, especially if you're not experienced enough to tackle it yourself. Well, I'm done rambling on. That just wraps this one up. So if you're the owner of an 11 to 14 Mustang GT, you might want to check out the Nitrous Express Coyote Nitrous Plate System Kit, which is available right here at AmericanMuscle.com.